Hey everyone, welcome to Our Mounts by Ice Lighting. So I am now finished with Pandaria Remix. So for me, all I needed was the things that I couldn't actually collect from standard Dragonflight retail versions. So it's the new mounts that I collected. So what I'm talking about are these mounts here that I didn't bother buying. Now these are ones that can still come from retail. So to me, I have Transmog and stuff that I still haven't got from these raids, so to me I don't really feel like grinding the ones I'm missing. So if you're interested in that, it's not in this video. This is only the new mounts. So there is one that is a bit busted at the moment, and it's the amber one. So the amber bird type flying thing, if you buy it, or at least for me anyway, and try and learn it, it just keeps telling me the spell is not available. So I minus that one, but it let me buy the other ones. I thought it was maybe a Horde versus Alliance thing, but it let me use the other one, so I don't know what's going on there. So my total spend was 103,400 bronze. So that's what you're going to need to get all of them. So we'll start off with the Windsteeds, because they're the most expensive of the brand new mounts. Now there are 3 of them, and that will set you back 6,600 per one. So that's a total of 19,800 just for those. So if you type in Windsteed, you will be able to see them. Now these, or this is just a recolor of the ones we've had before. So I shall show you what they all look like, including the one that I had before. So this is the one that was removed from the game. This is the one that came in the shop, and the new ones, the Forest, the Daystorm and the Dashing, are literally recolors of them. So you can see here, this is the recoloration of the Forest one, so it looks more foresty. This is the Daystorm, which I'm not really sure what that's supposed to look like, and this one's the Dashing that looks red and kind of terrifying. So they are flying. They're obviously not dragon flying, but they are flying. They have their little cloud, and they look like this when they move around. So next then we have 2 Quilen, or Quilen, I don't really know how you pronounce that. There are 2 of them, so that will set you back 13,200. Now this is also a recoloration. All of these are recolors. So the original is the Imperial one, which came from the Mr. Pandaria's Collector's Edition. It's also appeared in the game shop, and I'm sure at some point it will be on the trading post. So if you liked this particular mount, the 2 new colours are the Marble and the Guardian. I can't stand that. That just makes me feel really ill just looking at that Guardian one. So I'm going to show you the Marble one so that I don't vomit. So this is the Marble version. It is not flying. We are talking about ground only, and this is what it looks like as it moves around. So next up, there are 4 Periwings, or Pterrordaxes, however you want to say that. There are 4 of them. Obviously I can only show you 3 because that amber one is having issues. Now we have seen this style before, but when you type it in, only actual 3 come up. So there is obviously the amber one, which will look like that once you can get it to be learnt. The night one, which I actually really like the colouring of, and then there's the jade, which I don't like at all. So I shall show you the night one because it looks good. So obviously this is a flying mount. It is not dragon riding, but it is flying, and this is what it looks like as it flies around. So now we're on to the Juggernauts. There are 2 of them, and that will set you back 8,800. So they're only 4,400 each. Obviously they're not flying, and again they are a recoloration. So this is the one that you can buy from Time Rifts. There is obviously the one that is the drop from raids, and then there are the 2 new colours, which is the Fell Iron and the Cobalt. So the Cobalt is probably the prettier of the 2, and obviously this is the one that you get from Siege if you haven't got that one yet, like I haven't got that one yet. Obviously you can buy it if you want to with the stupid amounts of money, but I don't really care. So this is the cobalt one. It is obviously blue looking. As I said, doesn't fly, but this is what it looks like moving around. So onto our riding tiger then. There is only one new colour available. This is going to cost you 4,400, and if you have collected the other ones like I have, you'll have like a big collection. So you can see that you used to, well, in fact you can still get it from Shadowpan if you get Exalted, but this is our new remix colour, which is a purple version of it. So that one was the green one, and then that's the blue one, and we already had the red one, so now it's just this purple recoloration. So this is obviously a ground mount, and this is what it looks like as it rides around. Also available are 3 new Yaks. So there are 3 new colour versions of the riding Yaks. We already had quite a lot of Yaks, so now we've got 3 additional colours. So you have the Modest, you have the Kaffir, and you also have the black riding one. So there's the grey, the grand, obviously, that we use for Transmog stuff, and then the blonde that we already had, or you might have already had from other things. But the black, the Kaffir, and the Modest are the new ones, and I shall show you the black one because I like the black one out of the new ones the best. It's obviously a ground mount, and this is what it looks like as it moves around. So next then we have 2 Mushan, I don't know how you say it, new colours of this beast, which is the Son of Galleon, basically new coloration of it. So you can see here that there are, there's a couple of other ones you could have got from Brawlers, and there's another one that's a drop, which I don't have, but obviously I have the Son of Galleon, and this is the 2 new colours. So there's the Pale or the River Walker. So out of the 2, I think the River Walker probably looks slightly better than the Pale. I don't like this mount at all anyway, but here it is. It's a ground mount, and this is what it looks like walking about. On to the 2 new riding goats. So we've already had lots of goats in the past, but there's 2 that you can grab, which will only set you back 4,400 for both of them. So you can see here I've got all the goats that have been available in the past. They all came from the farmers in the Fall Valley area, and you can see all the different colours here. So the 2 new ones are the Snowy and the Little Red Riding one. The other ones you can still go and get if you wanted to go and buy them. Now, they are really amusing because they're so small. I think this would be hilarious for a Tauren to use these, but you can see here, this is what it looks like when you run around on them. So on to the really extremely excessive 7 new crane colorings. So this will set you back 15,400 if you buy all of them. And we already had cranes beforehand, so why do we need 7 more? I don't know. So you can see my long list of the million cranes we had before, and you can still go and buy them from the Golden Lotus. People, I mean, there are some pretty colorings. I couldn't make up my mind which ones I actually liked the best. Some of them you're like, actually that's quite nice, and then you're like, well, actually that green is just a little bit wrong. But this could be my graphics. They could look absolutely fabulous to you. But this is what it looks like running around. Again, it's a ground mount, so we don't have flying with these, which is disappointing. So there is an additional kite, but they call it a string. Don't know why, for 2,200 as well. So it's like the other kites that we've had before. Why it's not listed as a kite, and then it doesn't even use the word string in the name of it once you've bought it, just to confuse people further. It's actually kind of boring. I thought it was just basically brown, and that's it. This is what it looks like. It is a flying mount, so there is that, but it's not dragon flying. So lastly, for the mounts then, there are 3 new discs. If you buy all 3, you're looking at 6,600 bronze. So out of the 3 discs, we already had a disc from previous things. If you type in disc, they won't all come up. But however, if you type out Mogu or Malgu or however you pronounce that, you'll see them even though they don't have that in their name, which is really bizarre, and I don't understand Blizzard at all for that making these things happen. But basically, to me, they look like sewer discs that you would find on a street, and they just fly around. To be fair, the best thing I found about this was because I'm wearing my Murloc suit, I kind of felt like I was channeling the Green Goblin, especially when that happened. So for my own amusement, I may use this for a while, just until I take off my Murloc suit. But yeah, not dragon flying, just flying. So for me, I pretty much come to the end of Pandaria Remix. However, I did decide to have a quick double check to see if there was anything that was related to Remix that was achievement-wise or collection-wise that I didn't have. So I did notice as a mage set, there is the Sun Pearl clothing. Now there's no achievement related to having it. However, for me, that just being in the list there means I want to fill it in. The Breeze Binder one, again, this is Mage. I already have the other versions of it, so I'm really not going to raid or dungeon. I can't be bothered. But you can buy the Sun Pearl set from the World Apparel vendor, so I'm going to assume this is the same for the other classes, whichever one it is for you. There are different color variations. It doesn't matter, it just counts as one set. So what I decided to do was have a quick look at all of them and then pick one that I liked best. So you can see here, I just chose this one because that was the one that I liked the color of, and now that I've learnt it, it has filled in that slot, and now I feel happy. I don't care about the other colors, I've just filled in that slot. So that is it for me, that is it for Pandaria Remix. Good luck with all your farming and Mount Glory and Pet Glory and Toy Glory and whatever glory. I hope you found my videos useful. As always, thanks for watching, and subscribe to see what else I'm up to.